Hello guys, my name is Sophia. This story is about my greedy mother-in-law, Sally. She's my late husband's mother, although I don't like calling her that. She never deserved the title of a mother. If you think I'm being unfair about this, you need to hear my story. I met Jared when I was in college. We were in some same classes and hit it off from the very beginning. We had some common interests and hobbies that tied us together. Back then we were both struggling. I had a daughter, Alice, from my teen years whose father terminated his rights. While my parents did help me out with her, I was working 2 jobs to get through college and take care of my child. It was a very difficult time, but I knew there was no other way. Jared also had financial troubles of his own. His mother kicked him out of the home when he turned 18. She told him that he is an adult now and should not expect any money from her again. Jared begged his mother to house him at least for a little while. What little money he had made from his teen years was actually taken away by Sally because she thought she deserved it for raising him. So Jared was penniless when he was kicked out. He had to also work 2 jobs to pay tuition and make some savings. Our joint troubles also brought us closer over time. We had to work hard to balance our relationship and responsibility. As a result, we became a strong pair and were admired by everyone. We graduated college and I joined a job. Jared, on the other hand, wanted to start his own company. We sat down to think things over. While his strategies were great, money would be tight, so he decided to move in with his mom. She had been pestering him for money, and he agreed to pay her if she lets him live there. Things went south pretty quickly from there. While Jared was living there, I was rarely allowed to visit.
My son is already low on cash. He doesn't have enough money to have a girlfriend, especially one that comes with a big burden.
Excuse me, especially one that comes with a big burden. My daughter and I are not burdens. I earn and provide for my daughter by myself. That is exactly why I couldn't take in Jared even if I wanted to. Clee?
If you had adopted out your brat, I didn't need to have my son freeload on me. He would have been out of my hair.
Mom, I don't freeload on you. I pay you a lot of money in rent, and even took over your debts. It's not like you let me live for free. Besides, Alice is not a burden.
Don't talk like that about a child.
Why won't I? Children are burdens. Look at you, Jared. I thought I would be rid of you when you turn 18. Now you are here depleting my income.
Stop talking to your son like that. He is literally paying to stay here.
I deserve the money. I am his mother, and he needs to pay me back for raising him.
This is just an example of what Sally was like when we were struggling. At times I wanted to take away Jared from her clutches and keep him away from her toxic behavior. However, Jared didn't want to go. He said that even if he left, his mother still won't stop asking for money. His mental health was in shambles. I was worried about him. This went on for a year before Jared finally gave in and moved in with me. I said, listen to me, Jared. You can't stay at your mom's anymore. You're going into depression, and I can see it. I know you are barely saving money for your business. I know you skip meals to make money. This has to stop. Move in with me. I want to, Sophia, but I don't want to be a burden to you. I'm already shuffling jobs and struggling to invest in my business. I think I have to give up my dream. Absolutely not. Jared, listen to me. Move in with me. I will take a side job to help us. You don't have to pay anything. I'll cover the rent and everything. You just focus on your business, and you use your paycheck on it. After a lot of back and forth, Jared finally agreed. He moved in with me, much to Sally's disappointment. When Jared told her about moving out, she said, "Oh, so you're abandoning your mother to pay for Sophia and her brats? How could you do this to me? I am your blood. I gave birth to you, and you are betraying me for people who aren't even your blood. Mom, even if you gave birth to me, you have failed as a parent. You never fought twice before financially abusing me and cutting off help when I turned 18. I've already wasted enough money on you. I should have seen you don't want me to succeed. Your stupid business will never become a reality. Just because I give you a house, you started to think you deserve everything in this world. Once you leave, it will teach you what it's like outside. Then I will throw you out when you come begging." Yes, that's what she thought of him. Sally thought Jared deserved to be shackled to her for life. However, I wasn't going to let that happen. I promised Jared I will help him succeed. After 2 years of immense struggle, Jared's business reached great heights. I won't reveal the name of the company, but he did make it big. Me, Jared, and Alice also became closer and developed a strong bond. Alice especially formed a strong bond with Jared. She looked up to him and considered him family. Jared also embraced Alice as his own child. Once we were settled enough with a good nest egg, he proposed to me. He told Alice that he wanted to adopt her. Alice, who never had a father figure, was already considering Jared as her dad, so the adoption took place soon, and we got married a year later. When Jared informed Sally about the engagement and adoption, she said, No, you can't marry Sophia. If you do, she needs to get rid of her brat daughter. There is no way you can't marry Sophia. If you do, she needs to get rid of her brat daughter. There is no way you are adopting her daughter. Why? What makes you think my daughter needs to go? You have some nerve to expect me to abandon my daughter. Mom, I love Alice. She is my daughter at heart. All I want to do is make it legally true as well. Mom, I love Alice. She is my daughter at heart. All I want to do is make it legally true as well. There's no way I want her to go away from us.
She is not your blood. She is not a child, and never will be. You need blood heirs for your company. They are not good enough. You should find someone who does have children.
What do you mean this is not my business? I am your mother, and my opinion is important to you. I know what is best for you.
Mom, you are going too far. This is none of your business. We are only informing you out of courtesy.
What do you mean this is not my business? I am your mother, and my opinion is important to you. I know what is best for you.
You don't get to have an opinion on who I marry. I'm not gonna budge anyway. I am marrying Sophia and adopting Alice. That's final.
You will regret this when they end up using you for money. I can't believe Sophia made you raise someone else's child.
By that point, we knew that making her understand would be completely useless. So we chose to reserve our dignity and walk away. I did feel sad and insecure about what Sally said. When we went back home, I took Jared aside and said, Jared, are you sure about me and Alice? I don't want you to feel pressured into anything. You know I can't drop Alice for anyone. I will understand if you choose to leave.
Are you serious? I was the one who insisted on proposing to you and adopting Alice. I thought about everything, Sophia. You and Alice are my family. I would choose this family over anyone else, anytime.
I'm sorry for offending you. Sally's words did get to me a bit.
I said the truth, Jared. She needs to know. Besides, I won't let anyone call me grandma if they are not my biological grandchildren. This brat is just adopted and not your real child.
How dare you insult my daughter? Today's her birthday, and you managed to upset her in the worst way possible.
That's it, Mom. I've had enough of your behavior. Get out and don't ever come back. We are going no contact with you.
I was busy calming my crying daughter when Jared kicked her out. We were embarrassed when everything happened in front of the guests. However, they were pretty helpful and did their best to make Alice happy again. Jared also repeatedly reassured Alice that he would never leave or forget her. After this incident, we went indefinitely and had no contact with Sally. She did fight with Jared about cutting her off, but didn't care about us as usual. To be honest, I was happy I would never have to deal with her again. We went back to being the happy family we always wanted to be. However, after many years, life hit us. Jared ended up having aggressive lung cancer. It was diagnosed too late, and we only had a few months left. He was miserable and in pain. I and Alice were beside him at all times. Alice had just graduated and immediately came back to be with her dad. I did tell Sally about the situation to see if she wanted to see him one last time. However, she only checked in once a week and didn't even come to see him. One day when I was visiting Jared alone, he said,
I'm afraid Mom is planning something. She keeps asking me about my company and assets. She's starting to get greedy again.
I can't believe this woman. She is already hounding you about assets. How can a mother be so cruel?
I'm used to this, Sophia. It doesn't bother me anymore. What bothers me is you and Alice being harassed by her after my death. I've been thinking about this for a while. It's keeping me up at night.
Don't worry, Jared. I have the perfect plan to teach her a lesson. You take care of your health, and I will tell you what we can do. Sadly, about 2 months after our conversation, Jared passed away. I and Alice were devastated, and frankly speaking, none of us have been the same. We had to arrange the funeral and tell everyone in a very short time. It all felt very surreal to me. I also invited Sally with the last bit of hope that she will grieve her son and accept her mistakes. She was his mother after all. After all, Sally did show up to the funeral. I thought she had finally come to her senses and was there to grieve for her son. However, her motives became very clear soon. She walked up to me and said, "There you are, Sophia. Just so you know, I am here to tell you that I will take over Jared's company."
Excuse me, what are you talking about?
Alice cannot inherit the company or his assets. She is not his biological child. His company should go to someone who shares his blood. Only people from his bloodline deserve his company.
You are a vile woman, Sally. Even if Alice is not his daughter, Jared loved her like his own. You don't get to come and disregard their relationship. Everyone knows how close they were. That happened only because you and your daughter brainwashed him. There is no way he loved Alice like his own. Blood always comes first. She should never get the company.
Is that right, Sally? Then who should get all his assets? Tell me,